All right, so I'm gonna goof off a little bit on Lotro because I've been doing Pantheon for a while. And it looks like there's actually already an arena group forming, so that's awesome. I was not expecting to get one quite so quickly, but ain't gonna complain. So let's see how this goes. I know I've grouped with at least one of these people before. The brawler who's putting the group together, I know I've run stuff with. So at this point, we're just waiting for the waiting for everything to kind of come together and launch, but we've got our 6. All right, looks like we've got a Beorning healer, a brawler tank, and here we go. Get my food all eaten. I have finished the weekly 6 Umbar instances wrapper, so I won't be making any more progress on that one.
Keeper of the Tor Garden, and loyal servant to the people of Umbar. On these auspicious
But hopefully, at the very least,
the honor to test your strength, meet justice,
might get some drops.
and earn the adulation of our people.
And you know, if nothing else, it's just fun to actually be able to get into a 6-man here. Yo, yo. Let's see. Ooh, somebody even threw out scrolls and everything. So yeah, I just basically hopped on for an off night and kind of ended up getting into a 6-man to start. There we go. Get the ads positioned back around the tank. This is just tier 1, so we should absolutely be able to blitz through this. I am playing in my red line champion build here, so I'm doing single target DPS as my primary. Technically, I could be doing yellow line for these kind of trash pulls here, and switching to single target for the boss fights when the little mini bosses and bosses come out. But it's just not worth the switch on tier 1, frankly. Get my bus all rolling. I really would like it if he, oh, there we go. This is why you love playing with a good tank, is they move things out of the bad. Yeah, my main is definitely champ, and primarily red champ. See if I can get these things moved back over the tank here. Well, I was going to move it back over the tank, but that ain't happening, so we'll just do this. go. This guy actually took long enough to move that the square bad was basically already gone by the time melee could go back in. That'll happen. Right, so one mini boss down. And one reason why I love the champion stun there, and the reason why I try to use that when the ad packs come in like that, is if I can get it so that at the very least the enemies aren't, see how that enemy basically ran right back into the back there. If I have it off cooldown, I can give the tank a chance to get some AoE threat going without having to run around and chase and taunt mobs. So it kind of helps him get a little bit of aid in his positioning. So this one, the big thing is the interrupts, and well, I interrupted one, but like, I'm interrupting as often as I can here, guys. I'd like it if the rest of you did some interrupts too. But hey. Get this ram taken care of real quick. And this is one of the reasons why I like the red champ so much, is that basically my job here is to find a thing and melt it. Let's see, I don't think I've gotten any good loot so far. Nope, just a pair of yellows, but you know. Drops will be what they are. So here's our last boss, Rothog. You don't want to be standing in front of him for Mighty Cleave. Okay, looks like we got a ram from the hatch. Might actually be able to just brutalize this guy and ignore the ram. Because so far, oh, took a little bit of a move there. that hemorrhage is really annoying, but thankfully it can be purged down. Okay, dude, can you move him, please? All right, there you go. Oh, I see. We had a sneaky lore master mez the ram ad. That is a great use of strategy there. So we're basically, that's the end of the fight. So let's see, did I get, oh, just 3 yellows. Oh well. So let me go ahead and drop group here. That'll give me my instant port out. Well, that was a nice quick tier 1 arena to start the night off. And all of these 3 loot pieces here, I didn't get lucky and roll any purples. It was just tier 1, so I don't think there's even a chance to get teals out of these. But all 3 of these pieces, looks like I got a ring, a bracelet, and a heavy chest armor. All of these are basically just going to be disenchanted. But that is 150 embers, which is solid. And I think I have another piece I just didn't melt from a previous run. So that's all taken care of there. Awesome. So let's see if I missed anything else in LFF. Not yet. Right, so first dungeon happened way quicker than I was actually expecting to get a group for tonight, so I am not going to complain there. Let's see what I currently have as far as any locks on this character. So it looks like I just have all of the actual regular locks, which means while I'm waiting for more groups to form, what I can go through real quick is just run the solo versions. And while I run these, I'm going to keep an eye on the LFF chat, because I will drop these in a heartbeat to run them with a group.
Transporting a draft of the vilest make. We now grasp at his heels as he makes his final attempt to deliver this substance to his master. We will not fail. We cannot. Kashyap must be stopped. Now. Aiming for this.
I don't think I should have any locks on solo here.
Your persistence is aggravating.
Oh dang, and I might have missed a red maid group. Yep, it filled up while I was fighting, so that's a bummer. That's actually not a bad comparison, I think. Yeah, yellow is that very supporty line, and red line is the closest thing that class gets to a fire wizard. A more Drac class would be a red line rune keeper, which is more of a focused offensive caster and build with fire damage. I know he did play the Red Line Lore Master the first go through and just really didn't like it because, again, it's not as DPS focused as he wanted. It has, you know, heals and support and mezzas and, you know, reses and things like that. And that ain't Drac. Drac isn't, I want to throw fireballs. You'll get a lot of people saying, you know, that the Lore Master in various builds is a DPS class, and you can do damage with a Lore Master for sure. But people who call them an actual DPS class, no matter which spec they're in, are usually going to be people who have not truly played a DPS class. Now, granted, my you know, my blue line Lore Master, when I come through here, the Lynx tears these guys apart. Lynx does a lot of damage as long as it's alive. But it is also very limited in its scope. Whereas on the champ here, for example, I can just absolutely murder my way through here while being heavily armored. And frankly, some of these mobs, if I just get a good crit on them, I will literally one-shot them. Like that guy. So you will get people, you know, talking about Lore Master DPS. Usually those are people who like the Lore Master, but have not played a true DPS. Or just do not truly know what kill rate is like as something like this. And I say that as a lover of the Lore Master class.
I've had enough! This fire could not possibly be unworthy! I have dealt with you from the beginning!
There we go. Nice quick solo streets in. So that puts, basically with the solo versions of these instances, when you complete them, your chest, the boss chests actually get put on a reset duration, so I can't get another solo boss chest until the daily reset out of these. Whereas I have multiple pulls from the various group tiers of the different instances, and these are my current locks on them. My arena tier 1 locks, my arena tier 2 locks, stuff like that. I'll be really curious to see how you like the Beorning. That's a class that I've been meaning to revisit for a long time because I kind of never really clicked with it, and I do want to give it a try to properly learn the class. It's just I have so many alts. I say that about all of them, so you know how that goes. Okay, so let's see. None of those I rolled loot on. Let's see. Nothing there in LFF still. Let me just see. If anybody is listing themselves as... Yeah, I don't see any groups currently. So I think what I want to do... Let's take a look at who all is on, who is 150. Let's see, Sparrow, I do not remember. Sparrow, I think, played her Hunter last time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sparrow played Hunter, because she has an Elf Hunter, I believe. So we do have a good handful of 150s on. Might be able to get something going if I start yelling for chat. Pretty sure the featured instance, yeah, we're definitely not running the featured instance because that's Hoth Valandil, and nobody wants to run that mess. Question is, what do I want to put together? First of all, before I do that, let's see, looks like Cass's Champ is on. Really don't want to do Isle of Storms if I don't have to. I'll put a feeler out for... No, I'll put a feeler out for Streets Tier 2. Let's see how that goes. See if anybody bites and I can just get something rolling. All right, there is one. Oh, all right, and we've got... So we've got a Hunter and a Runekeeper and me. So I'm going to swap into tank mode here real quick. Hey Tugro, what's up, man? Yellow line, blue line, here we go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw on my stuff here, and we're gonna be tanking Streets Tier 2. Do a quick swap. That should be enough tanking gear. Oh no, wait, where's my helmet? I know I've got a good tanking helmet. I had a good tanking helmet. There it is. No, doing well so far. Let's see, Streets of Hallbach. There we go. Just go ahead and get this launched. Yeah, so far it's been solid. I hopped right on and kind of immediately got into a Tier 1 arena to warm up. So that never sucks. This might be a shit show. It might be something good. We don't have an actual healer with us. I'm hoping that the RK can throw some heals.
I
I will let my friend here roll out the red carpet.
Did I put the right allies on? Yes, I did. Good. It is just streets, so it's not exactly the most challenging stuff in the world. I'm almost tempted to let that dude have it for just jumping straight in, but I won't do that. I should actually, like, half-ass go through. Alright, so we're gonna have to cut out here. And we should have... Oh, no, I think we do just get 2 here on the first pull. Yeah, technically on tier 2 and streets, I should not need a healer. So long as the DPS is on point. And so long as I'm not, you know, just constantly standing in bad. But, you know, shit happens. So the new instances, there are 2 3-mans. This is one of them. This is just kind of... Oh, come on, you stun me right as I'm going for the other dude? That ain't fair. Streets is kind of collectively considered the starter of them. It is... please don't run away from the tank if you pull aggro. I mean, that's kind of not how it works, but... you know, we move. Streets is kind of collectively known as the easier of the 3-mans. So far, we've gotten Streets tier 3 done. Me, Snore, and D-Man cleared T3. The other 3-man is the Isle of Storms, and it's more of a pain. Yeah, I'm hoping for, I'm ultimately hoping to actually finally, like, be in a start of a cycle where I'll get led the charge for at least streets. Gotta wait out being wormed here. We still only have up to tier 3 in the, oh, nice bit of lag there. We still only have up to the tier 3 right now, so we don't have led the charge yet. And if this dude is not looking at targets, I'm just going to go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and just let him... Yeah, you want to step out of that volley there, because it is going to murch you. Okay, there we go. This guy here needs to be taken care of. We get some wound clears here.
Give them the warmest raffle buck welcome.
Okay, here we go. Unfortunately, because we're stuck in combat, I had to waste some cooldowns there to get some health back. But it is what it is. So he's going to do a frontal flame spit here. And these instances, once again, really like puddles of fire. Yeah, I totally get that. Have you been to the Shield Isles yet, or are you still basically working through like the King's Gondor stuff? That is a major problem that I and a lot of people have with the new expansion, is that it is so much time in King's Gondor. Hey, look at that. If you give me just five, heck, not even 5 seconds, just a couple of seconds to actually get them on me, they never budge, and you can wail all you want. It's so weird. Yeah. If they had even made the King's Gondor part of that, like, half as long, maybe? It wouldn't have been as bad. But it's too much time in King's Gondor. Oh, good, our hunter is sniping the sniper, which is actually a really good choice here. So I'll keep the bruiser off. Yeah, it's so much King's Gondor before you get to the stuff that was advertised for the expansion. Yep, I've got no cooldowns to Sunbreak, guys, so you are just on your own. This is only tier 2, so, like, I'm griping a bit, but it's mostly just because I'm being the salty asshole. So this is also one where people just absolutely forget that there is a kill order to these things. And you can make these fights... So in here, you can make these fights either really quick or really short, depending on if you kill the right mobs. There are Mender and Lookout mobs in those pulls, and the Menders will mass heal if you let them get it off, and the Lookouts will summon more mobs, often Menders or more Lookouts. And so those have to be killed like ASAP. There's not an option to have them be left alive if you want to win. Oops, I wormed, and notice that the hunter is not curing my disease. Hunters do have a cure that they can use on other people, and he ain't using it on me. But I got a lot of cooldowns, so, you know. I mean, I don't expect much from hunters in general, frankly. So that kind of just is what it is. At least this time, I didn't get wormed in the bad, but I did get wormed right into his frontal smash. And I only ate 1 tick of that second volley, so that's solid. Let's see what's in the chest. And go ahead and drop group. All right, so let's see what loot says. Loot says I got 2 purples out of there. And that's going to be Tarnished Ornate Umbari Bauble and Tarnished Bright Umbari Bracelet. So actually a really solid hunter bracelet there. 514 purple with crit rating, agility, and an essence slot. I mean, could be a lot worse. And ooh, that might be a pocket item for my RK right there. Cause bunch of vitality, bunch of will, and outgoing healing. Yes, that is one thing that is good and bad about the new instances, is you don't get personal, like, class-specific loot. So I like it because it means that I typically get things I can hand to my alts, but if you're the type of person who plays one character, you can get absolutely boned. I seem to have the luck where when I go into these instances, I get a lot of hunter loot. And I do technically have my hunter at 150, and maybe someday maybe someday I'll actually play him and you know, have some loot waiting for me. But yeah, the loot right now is randomized and it is not class or anything else specific. It's not as bad in a lot of instances with the stat changes, because now all of our secondary stats still do give increased bonuses compared to like what it used to be for champ, for example, was, you know, might and nothing but might. They've bumped up what we get in physical mastery and crit from agility, for example. The other night, Blood got a teal earring that, even though it was an agility earring, was actually technically an upgrade over his previously really good earring. Just all of the other stats were good enough that it made up for the fact that it was that it was agility. So I'm going to toss both of these probably. Actually, I'm running out of shared storage because I need to clean that shit up pretty badly. So I am going to rinse these real quick by selling them and then buying them back, so that takes the lock off of them. Let's see, what am I looking for? Tarnished Bright Bracelet. So sell that and sell, there we go. Sell those and buy them back. Now I have them without the lock. Oh, I have a lot of shared storage, but if you look at my shared storage right now, because I haven't cleaned it in a little while, it's sitting right now at 281 out of 310 used. So I don't have a whole lot of overhead here. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, yeah, it's pretty bad. I should be able to mail these to my alts because they're now bound to my account. And that will, at the very least, save a little bit. All right, take a quick... Okay, so nobody has thrown anything else into... into LFF chat, and Just going through my IMs to see if they're... Honestly, I got enough secondary tells from that I could probably form another group and do another Streets Tier 2, to be honest. Because I should still have... Let's see, Cash Up's Chest Tier 2. I still have one more... Still have one more T2 run before I'm in a bad lock. But I'm going to keep an eye on LFF chat here and just see if anybody else actually starts throwing together a group, just so that I don't have to do it again. And in the meantime, let's see, what's that put me? 8K, I've still got some room. So, Jack's Final, there we are. But yeah, it would be cool to get you back playing a bit, Tugro, even if it's just to, you know, level and alt and run instances every now and then. The new ones are kind of interesting. Did you come on and catch the arena run, or did you hop on after that? I don't remember if I saw you or not. Oh, it's one of the dudes I just ran with. That was that hunter. Umbar Westgate. Because yeah, the 6-man's kind of fun. Oh, that was the 6-man arena instance that I started the stream with. Basically, right as I logged on, people were putting together a run. One of the new arenas, or one of the new instances in this cluster, is Dahal Huli's the arena. And it is literally just an arena fight where you fight waves and mini bosses inside an arena. Okay, yeah. It's kind of cool. There are some things that are overtuned in the higher tiers, and actually today's patch supposedly rebalanced those a little bit. Some of the bleed effects in tier 2 and tier 3 are just stupid, but they've been adjusted a hair after this patch. And wait a minute. Oh, yes, this is where I want it to be. Yeah, it's a pretty quick, contained thing, so you're not wandering around. You're kind of having the mobs come to you in waves, which can be good and bad. I mean, you are sitting basically in the same tiny little area the entire time you're in there, which, you know, pluses and minuses, but there's a lot less hurting of cats as long as you can get range to actually do what they need to do. And as I got confirmation of last night, I think it was, the correct answer to the fight that was giving us trouble is, in fact, what Louie and I were both saying, which is, can we have everybody pull in and stack, please? But try telling that to anybody who plays ranged, and shit hits the fan. All right, and before I go out and start doing kill quests, definitely not doing them on my tanking spec. Back to red line. They hate stacking. They hate running things to the tank when they pull aggro. No, I'm going to be good. this is not going to be a Stan's hates on range stream again, because I've been called out for being a little excessively salty. Yes, that extra 5% on some of my damage if I'm past a certain range. Doesn't matter that we're dying my parse. But no. Let's see. I think this is back to... Okay, good. No, but I have been, to an extent, rightfully called out for being a little too salty towards ranged who doesn't behave themselves, so I'm trying to be good.
You spare a moment?
Yeah, 0 health is a 0 parse, which is why even on my like full DPS build here, I still run a solid amount of physical and especially tactical mitt, so that I am not that dead DPS. Oh, I archive these on YouTube just because Twitch doesn't really have an archiving feature to a large extent, and oddly enough, people actually periodically go and watch them. And somebody was noting, like, man, you know, you're kind of being really hard on those on those range DPS people instead of helping them out. I'm like, well, on the one hand, it ain't my job to teach them obvious things, but on the other hand, I was really salty that night. So try to be a little bit less of a jerk and more welcoming, because I will happily teach people if they want to be taught. And that's where the line comes in, is that I'm not going to like message somebody and say, hey, you're fucking all this up, let me tell you what you need to do instead. But if somebody says, hey, that went badly, is there something that could be changed? I will hop right in and start, you know, giving you what I have learned myself would help. Yeah. That's a lot of it, is like, man, you need to put the work in too. I will help you, but you got to put the work in. And on a lot of nights, frankly, I don't want to put the work in for them. Somebody just cleared this place out, because I'm just now getting back to Pops here. So yeah, these are our new crocodile mobs, and they're pretty cool. Like, not gonna lie, it's kind of neat. They have that kind of hiss when they die and everything. And let's see, what do I need? I only need 3, so I'll probably do gators, crabs, and whatever else I get my hands on here. Yeah, it's, you know, there's a lot of people who play the, you know, who are in relatively casually, and, you know, I get it, but because I like doing that a lot of nights. But I also want to do the harder stuff, which is why I was, you know, putting together that tier 2 group at least. And Snore and D-Man and I have a couple of nights in where we've gone through and we've done so far. We did. Oh, that dude just murked that croc. We've done Streets on tier 3 and we've done Isle of Storms on tier 2. But we don't have a lot of people who, you know, want to put together a full, you know, raid or even 6-man some night on the hard level cap stuff. And, you know, it is what it is. I don't think anybody expected Flake Nights to take off like they have. Like, I think that caught everybody off guard. I do wish that we got more people tuning in for Friday nights, not just flake nights, but what can you do? That's why I try to put together, groups outside as well. And I try and just stay patient. Because I'm not going to go play on Arkenstone. Let's see. Okay, that is all of my crocs already done. Yeah, I don't know that kin. I don't know if I've run into them. Apparently, I was just standing at the worst spot to not be clipping through that palm tree. Oh, there's a stealth lion around here someplace, but I think it's off to the side, so I'm safe. Ore. Want to go mine that real quick. Oh, I don't have my ore tracking on. I am utterly slacking. So still nothing popping in LFF chat. So I might ultimately have to start something else up if I want another group run. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. Okay, don't need any crocs. I've already got them done. Might be able to finish up crabs real quick. Just depending on how populated crab plateau here is. And it looks like it's actually pretty decent. That should just leave me probably boars, and that'll be my 3 to complete the wrapper. One of the things I've got to do one of these days, is figure out if there's any setting that I can get going that doesn't hitch quite so badly out here in the new areas with some of these new textures. Oh, well, I don't see any other crabs, but the big name guy is up, so he counts as a crab. He's gonna die. Come here, you can move quicker than that, crab. I have seen you chase players down. And yes, I know he's moving slowly because of the ability I used to pull him, but that's neither here nor there. I'm still going to be mad at the crab. All right, let's see. Boars look like it's farther along than buffaloes, so I should be able to finish up with these guys. And I will kill Buffalo on the way, because if nothing else, that'll be chapter where you leave Gondor. Is that still a chapter, or did they go to the new naming convention at that point? Oh, Gondor, not good to bad. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Yes, if you go, where's my quest log? Jesus Christ. This character has actually completed those, so let me pull that up real quick. Song of Waves and Wind. Where are you? Song of Waves and Wind. Let's see. High Walls. There's Pillar Gear. 5.3. Okay, so it is chapter 5.3 when you finish the Gondor stuff and move into the Shield Isles. It's a couple of play sessions to go through, and that's like I was saying, is that I like the story that they're telling there, and a lot of the stuff is good. It's just that should have been stuff that was content between expansions. That should have been stuff that dropped the summer before to get us ready for Corsairs of Umbar, so that we started with the sailing to Umbar part of it, you know? And I do know that a lot of the pacing of that was interrupted or thrown off course by the loss of several of their devs during the development cycle. That really kind of screwed them on this release in a lot of ways, and it's also partly why we didn't get our instance cluster until just now. So that's rough. And we'll see. I might have a streets group here. So I might be able to get another one of my tier 2 locks done. That part just utterly baffles me. Like, I don't know why they're doing one again so quickly. And think it's going to be good, you know? So we'll see what this Runekeeper pulls us for our third here. I might end up tanking again, I'm not sure. I'd like to DPS it technically, but I don't mind tanking streets as long as people are behaving. Making sure I'm not missing anything here. Okay, good. Okay, so there's all my hunter camp dailies are collected. I really do wonder if that's in the back of their mind, that they need to just get stuff in a cadence that makes it look good, so that they're strengthening their position there. And it sucks because I would rather see them take the year off and maybe just release a content drop rather than a full expansion, because they got hit so hard last year with getting devs poached. Like, take this year as a recovery year and a gearing back up, you know? Let's see, we got a hunter. Okay, so I am definitely tanking. Just dismount here. Unless we're going to 3 DPS it. We should be able to 3 DPS it, to be honest. But I'm going to check with the folks and see what they're thinking. Because we definitely have a healing RK here. Oh, sweet. The RK is saying go to DPS and he'll heal. I am all for that. Yeah, Daybreak has lost employees that they've gotten rid of. SSG, you know, was just staffing back up after the Blizzard Boston poachings. So this is one of those menders that has to die first. And after that, we can basically just take out the bruisers in any order we want to. But yeah, with an RK healer backing me up, I do not mind 2 DPSing this place. Anybody else coming? Oh, I think the the RK is going and pulling us friends. But the lookout here has got to die. Because the lookouts summon friends. And the snipers do that. Yeah, if the healer has the throughput to do it, and this healer definitely does, because we have an RK healer, and their healing throughput is monstrous. So if they've got the throughput to do it, then I am entirely fine with that, and I am not a squishy DPS. So I am also all the way fine with that.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
It should be a bruiser. Okay, good. The hunter is with us. I thought I might have lost track of him. I love just seeing that constant flood of HOTS. So the trappers are annoying because they do crowd control. Thanks for the follow, Tugro. Okay, so in here, the guys up on the roof, they're invincible. You can't do anything with them. They're just kind of there. Okay. Lookout gets nuked first. After that, sniper. And no, you don't get to do that. Oh, I almost got out of that. All right, you can have the bruiser. I'll take the sniper. So, first little mini boss coming up.
Give them the warmest Rahal Buck welcome.
Don't want to get anybody locked out here. And honestly, I'm just going to stand in Flame Spitter. I do not care. I'm not going to stand in the fire. Because this fire actually does hurt on tier 2, and I am not in my tank spec. And oh my god, this RK tops me off so quickly. I love it. Nope. Come back here. You are mine. I would much rather have this dude pounding on me than on the squishier hunter, you know? Okay, we got a trapper, and a sniper, and a mender. So I'm gonna get the trapper on me. And then go stop the mender from mendering. Okay, Lookout is going to be our first in the group. Oh yeah, this RK absolutely is going on my list of people I will happily group with again, because Beast Healer and holds W. Oh man, I got cocooned. Entombed in Ichor. This is where I really wish that any of my stuff broke this. Okay, that should be good. And what do we got around the corner? So we started that poll and we're good. Thanks for the follow, Lizzie. Welcome on in. Trapper, Bruiser, and Sniper. So, not a bad pull here. No Menders, no Lookouts. And the RK went and shocking grasped the Sniper while we were finishing off the rest of them. Like, dude! This RK is absolutely on my list. Like, more than calling people out when they do bad, I love to be able to call out people who are just absolutely solid. And Castellan Ebenor is solid. Alright, Mender here. So start off with that, and then we've got a Lookout in the group as well. Who's got to go down. And Lookout is already pulled by the Hunter. Good. Pirate Dave. Yeah, Redline Guardian is actually good again as far as a DPS class. At least in a group. I don't like soloing my Redline Guardian, but they're fun DPS in a group. Yeah, I'm just talking about like for being able to go through quests and stuff. All right, come back here. Knock that off. Leave the hunter alone. Big meanie. See if I can face him away from him. Oh, quadrant's just shifted, so that's full of bad. Nice. That was awesome and smooth. Let's see. What I got. Decorative swing signs selection box. So I'm going to go ahead and drop group to get the quick leave. And let's see. So I think that's housing items, I'm going to guess. Assortment of decorative swing signs. All right. And Umbari soldiers' greaves. Heavy armor, vitality, might, tactical mitt, and resistance. Well, rats. So they're almost good. But not quite. Yeah, blue does let you kind of go nuts. Okay, so let's see, I need to turn 3 of these quests in, and I'm going to save the next one for after the reset.
Might you spare a moment?
So I'll turn in boars and crocs and crabs.
There is much to be done, and here are hands.
And that should finish this weekly here, which is 500 embers and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I've still got room to spare because I've only got about 8,500 embers, so I'm not at cap yet, again. Let's see, so from here, check LFF again. Nothing particularly great. Embers are the currency again for your level cap gear. So right now they buy you the 150 gear, where previously we had the 140 gear. So for example, let's see, where's one of the recent ones I have? I know I just bought, was it gauntlets? What did I just buy? I just bought something with embers recently that's the higher level. Let me see what it is. There we go. So, embers gear is now between item level 513 and 515. I rolled poorly on this one. Teal. And so that's still kind of the, if you want to kit yourself out with the account bound gear, embers is still the grind. We don't have gear we can get through the delving writs yet that's worth anything. When the raid gets its next set of tiers will have yeah, that's correct. Although the tools do, let me get back in here. So there are multi-use tools you can get. So, for example, this tool here, the tools of the Westamnet Explorer, I can use as tailor tools, forester tools, or prospector tools. So as you get in and get the ability to craft tool sets or things like that, you can get tools that will do multiple different professions, so you don't have to keep swapping them out into which one you have equipped at a time. What I also use, and I think I might have some still in shared storage. Nope, I don't have any there. But there are also what are called universal toolkits. And those basically, universal toolkits, you can sometimes get them out of gifts, or you can also get them with store points. I wouldn't spend store points on them because, like Dan's World here is saying, somebody on Landy can craft you some tools. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, and actually, Tugro RL is actually started playing not too long ago and is kind of learning the game at the moment. So, unfortunately, they're watching me, so like bad things are being taught. Like, okay. Yeah, this is, I'm pretty sure you started on Landy, didn't you? I think you were saying that you'd made a character here. Let's see. Howrax. I want to go to Howrax next. Yeah, you've had so much time to pick up bad habits from me and the rest of the crew. Like, I apologize. Let's see. I'm gonna go to Bel Insel next. And so on Bel Insel, because I know Tugro, I don't think you've seen this place. In the Shield Isles, there is this little island down here that doesn't have any real quests on it for the most part. But there's a dock master, a task board, and then a bounty board. And this is just a good source daily of being able to get some item XP, some currency, free potions, some virtue XP, and your choice of embers, runes, or a tracery, or a crate of crafting materials. So this is what you'll find a lot of people doing on at least one or two characters each day they can, is running the 5 protos. Somebody's putting together an arena tier 2 pug, and I do not feel like pugging tier 2 tonight. That is just not happening. And also, really appreciate you offering to help out and make tools, because obviously I'm not in a character that crafts or anything like that. So, really appreciate it. It's always nice that. And see, this is one of the things that we get in Lotro is when somebody finds out that you're new to Lotro, is how can we help you? So we got a whole bunch of people here waiting on Protos. What's really funny is sometimes you'll get people that actually just make massive groups to go run all 5 bounties on the island, and we'll basically be doing like landscape raids to kill these guys. Okay, Salamander down. Now on to my least favorite of the Protos. Gotta go do the dreaded crab. But thankfully we've got a whole gang here, so it's not as bad. The crab is easily... Whoa, I might have to actually get here quick for tag. Because somebody was already starting the crab. Dang. I also might have to switch back to using the idiot pony just to keep up with these guys. Yep, I'm going to switch to the idiot pony so that I don't get lost on the way to the bird. And I see somebody's putting together a red maid tier 1 and 2 group, but they're doing it using world chat, and I have a philosophical objection to people who can't use LFF. Oh, they're already going on a bird. So one more bounty done, and this will be one of the quicker clears of Bel Inzel, because kind of got here right at the same time that a whole group was doing the same thing, and we got good spawn times. So I am not going to complain. I hope the rest of these guys get here for credit, but it was already tagged, so I'm going in. Alright, so that is a nice quick 100 embers. Plus sundry other things. Doing these is one of the reasons why I am literally overflowing with potions right now. Like all of the greater potions I have. I'm literally at the point where I need to start throwing away the non-greater potions.
Greetings, kind traveler.
Because right now I have... what is that, 189 greater Umbari morale potions? I think I might have enough to last a little while. Writs I'm good on. I'm not close to capping. Embers at 8,600. So that is pretty decent. Let's see what other... off of completed. Think I've kind of got most of the rest of the wrappers done. Yep, Ain't doing that one. And I'm definitely not going to do that many missions. I will just kind of leave that one to trickle. I think, yep. I knew it wasn't too long until my ingredient crate timers ran down, so I'm gonna go nab some of those. And let's see, what do I have that needs to be melted? Definitely that ring. This arena tier 2 group is still looking for tank, and no, I am not tanking a tier 2 arena pug. That is just not happening. I would probably pug tank a tier 1 if I knew at least one of the people in it wasn't a complete screw up, but I'm not going in for tier 2. I think that might be just a hair below the effective level. You might be a little shy there. Although we did confirm you can pull the good old trick of having somebody who is 150 start the new instances up and then pull somebody in who's below level. We did confirm that cheese still works. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is going to put the relevant things back into shared storage, because I'm basically did all the stuff I think I'm going to get done on the champ tonight. Was not expecting to get multiple T2 streets runs in, so that definitely didn't suck. But this is another reason why I love the Embers gear. Because I can just throw it in here, and it's good for my Guardian or my Captain as well. I'm going to leave the bow in because I'm not going to play the Guardian anytime soon. And I'm going to hop over to my Lore Master and let the kitty have some fun in some solo instances, or maybe a group if I see them. Yes, as soon as I get onto a onto a character again, because, you know, the Lotro character select screen really loves it when you want to switch characters and you have 31 characters. I don't have an alt problem, you have an alt problem. Well, one of the things is they don't have vocations anymore. You pick your 3 crafts. But we'll get them there. Yeah, they that came in with Corsairs. Yes. Yeah, a lot of us who've been playing for a long time still think in vocation terms, and I think that's probably what happened here, is you used to pick a vocation, and that just gave you the 3 crafts that came with it. You didn't get to mix and match like you can now. So well, it's that mix of having somebody who's played for a long time and somebody who's still learning things when that just changed, as you guys are coming together at like the you would have to go into the crafting hall, and actually I will hit the crafting hall in Bree, because I'm actually kind of right here and I have a port to Bree. So let's see, I'm gonna go to Bree. Yeah, it was one of those changes that they kind of went back and forth a lot on a lot of the the crafting changes as to what they were and weren't going to be able to do. So there's not, they didn't make new tools for all of the possible combos. So all of the old vocation tools, to my knowledge, are still what can be crafted. Oh, there are goings on in Bree tonight. So it might be a case of having to craft 2 different vocation tools to get the combo in there. I would love it if they let us craft universal toolkits now. When you talk to the Master of Apprentices, you can now, because I already have 3, his options for me are to forget an old craft profession and learn one of the other professions. If you just talk to him again, all of them are just selectable. Yes, absolutely. Let me show you where it is in Bree. So I'm at the one in Bree just because that's kind of my habitual place I use as a hub for stuff like this. It is right here, kind of on the east side of Bree. Let's see. Don't see you in here. Are you sneaky? For cooking, mining, and forester, yeah, I think that's the closest you're going to get to a universal, is doing it that way. There you are. So I am on my lore master as well, because I'm gonna go do some instances. Do I have gear on? I do not have gear on, so I definitely need to put gear on this character before I run anything. And this character's inventory is an absolute shit show, because I have not cleared out the junk in a long time. Yeah, so if you talk to this person right here, Roger Sorrell, they'll be able to teach you the new professions. He should offer to teach you more. right, and let me see. I'm going to start off with Forester and Prospector would be the two kind of general gathering, because Forester is going to be chopping trees as well as processing wood into boards and hides into leather, and Prospector is mining and smelting the ore. So those are two solid gathering professions. And if you want to kind of accumulate yourself a little bit of money to get yourself a nest egg, that's always a solid one. Actually, speaking of, and since you're right here, oops. Let's see, there we go. Why is it not letting me trade? There we are, trade. Yeah, go ahead and click trade there. Sweet. That'll just make sure you have money to do things like travel and things like that. And so there's a mailbox right here, conveniently in the crafting hall, where you can pick up the mail that the dancer just sent you. And that should give you some hookups. Much appreciated, Tugro. And I am going to go... what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the arena on solo, because the new instances, the 3-mans and the 6-man, all have solo and duo versions as well. So I'm going to launch the arena solo. Bam. On the list. Okay, so get my food rolling. And I'm going to let the kitty make some friends, because it's just kind of fun to let the cat loose to play in solo instances.
Commander of the Garabakir, captain of the Hailsea, keeper of the Tor Garden, and loyal servant to the people of Umbar.
After the stat squish and things like that, Blue Line Lore Master pets are absolute buzzsaws. So the arena has basically a series of waves, and then a mini boss, another series of waves, then a second mini boss, and the end boss. So it's very compact overall. But as you can see, the cat basically just murderizes these guys. Yeah, because it's solo, the waves are very small at this level. So second wave here is going to be one of the mini bosses, and there are several different mini bosses you can get at each of these stages. So I got the Guardian guy. So I'll go up here and start him and get the cat in on him. There you go. Go kitty go. And bonk. Yeah, post stat squish and stuff, Lore Master pets are now like actually really solid. As you can see, basically I'm letting the cat do almost all the work in here. I haven't had to heal the Lynx yet even. So here comes the next mini boss, and obviously the solo difficulty in here is really quickly, and that's why I'm just chewing through these things. Okay, so it is the I believe that she has fiery attacks, she does, if I remember right. But because she's basically a squishy tactical class, if the Lynx has its cooldowns, as you can see, the Lynx literally just one-shot the mini-boss. Just straight out of stealth into dead. And after the second mini-boss, we get the last boss, which is Rothog the Storm. And I'm not even going to bother cycling the pet. I don't need his cooldowns to finish Rothog here. Yep, Blue Line Lore Master is definitely back. Didn't get any actual loot, but 3 enhancement runes, so that doesn't suck. Alright, so Depths is the raid. The raid obviously does not have a solo difficulty, but last thing I'm going to do here is run through a quick Isle of Storms. So this is the other 3-man, running in the solo version, obviously, so it's kind of the mini version. And this is one of those where it's a neat 3-man, but it's kind of a slog in some ways. It is not my favorite of them. And I still think that in a lot of groups, this boss here, the first boss, the Big Croc, is actually more difficult than the second or even the third boss. Just because you get people who don't purge the disease that you can get from the Croc. Which in solo isn't that big of a deal because I don't even have to stand in it, but as you can see, it ate the cat. So if you can imagine, in the 3-man or the 3-man tier 2, you actually really do have to purge those diseases. And a lot of people just do not. All right, kitty, go play. And yes, I am just letting the cat play in here. This is how you give your pets exercise. So this pull should all be stealth. There they are. And go kitty go. And when you do this instance on the 3-man, there's a extra little chest here. Usually it's just got crap in it. It's stuff like, you know, potions or crafting items. I've never seen anything actually worth grabbing come out of it, which does make me wonder if it's got something good at tier 3. But I'm guessing it's probably still just junk. Oh, stop it. These Buccaneers here are the undead type that like to do the submerge and go invincible thing, which is just really annoying. Alright, there's going to be one more surprise pull here. And Cat's used most of his cooldowns. Shouts like the captain and minstrel shouts? Is that what you mean? Or different shouts? Like the mob shouts. As somebody who's played a lot of captain over the years, yeah. I have come around to being able to do without the shouts at this point. I don't mind it if one person in the group is shouty, but it's when you get a group where you've got like a captain or two and a minstrel and a warden. There's too much shouting. Yeah, I put you on mine. It's not a shared friends list, so you would have to you can friend people. It's not like a back and forth. So I have you on mine here. Poteen, what is the good word, man? Not bad. You missed a couple of tier 2 streets runs. You missed some. You missed an arena 6-man. And I like the. Like I said, I like them. It's when you have a whole group doing it, then it's just like, oh man, we have a shout group, don't we? That's when it starts to just be like, okay, you've gone over the edge into too much of a cool thing. So right now, Poteen, I'm basically just doing... I mean, yeah, but you are a weirdo. We have established this. We know this. Yeah, right now I'm basically just running a solo Isle of Storms. If people come together and do more, I might run more. We'll see. I honestly kind of got lucky that I ended up running a pair of tier 2 streets and that 6-man arena basically pretty quick. Other than that, it's largely been a little quiet in LFF tonight. So I'm just I'm letting the kitty out to go play with some mobs in the solo version, because you do know I like my little miniature buzzsaw here. See, I can totally see you doing that and just giggling maniacally as you do it. Yeah, so Poteen, actually, interesting fact, Dan's World here is the reason that I got good at Champ. Because one of my first times running anything after I joined the Kin was that 6-man Sagroth that we ran. When the Return to Karn Doom was new, and you were on your champ, Edelhuzits, and that was when I realized, oh, I have a lot that I still need to learn. That was the, I still got work to do. Because again, like, I was a fresh, only playing solo level 140, looking to get into group stuff. I was like, okay, I kind of got a handle on this. Oh shit, I don't have a handle on this. Just go ahead and mez that chaotic wind there. Get him out of the mix. So when you're doing these pulls here, the chaotic winds are the ones you actually want to go for, because the chaotic winds do knockbacks and all sorts of other annoying effects during these trash pulls. The errant winds, the ones that look more like earth elementalies, are basically just physical damage. Yeah, this is my lore master here. I've got the one that I run on Sunday nights, the Lobby one, and then this is my 150. And yeah, Dan's World's good lore master is his main. He knows way more about lore master than I do. I mean, if nothing else, it was watching, like, oh, you know, nuances of playing in a group and what the champion actually really should be doing. It was just like, shit, I got work to do. Let me catch up. And now there's some idiots out there who come to me for advice on things, which just baffles me. But apparently I know stuff and play the game or something weird like that. So here's the last boss here, and this boss is the hating melee boss. This fight here is just absolutely made to screw over melee because he keeps going invincible like this. He summons cyclones that you gotta dodge. He has all these cycles, and then he does a downdraft, which is a knockback effect. So I'm probably gonna, if the cat dies, I'm gonna switch to the bog. But the cat's actually doing pretty well right now. But these cyclones are annoying because they will sap your power and your health. And he does those water spouts. But hey, that one was pretty smooth. I got really lucky on cyclone placement on that one. And didn't get any actual loot pieces out of that, but I got myself a lot more of the enhancement runes. I don't think you can get that bird as a pet. There's no rock pet. I mean, I've got an Ashen Eagle here. Does that count? This is Squawk. It's funny because I was playing Yellow Line, like I switched to Yellow Line and did that as kind of my main for a while. But I have gone back to primarily, like, I think in order, I probably do red, then blue, then yellow in my how often I play each kind of order. Red line's good right now. Right, so nice little mini run through Isle of Storms. So that is all of the new instances run at the very least solo, and several of them run group. Not a bad night. Yeah, that's going to be probably this summer sometime when we get the new content drop and I get a bit of a break. Is I know several of us have talked about potentially going back and doing some ESO. I'm just not sure who all is going to end up going and who's going to end up streaming it either. Because Sparrow might end up streaming it if she goes back. I might stream it if Sparrow doesn't go back or goes back and wants to stream. We'll see. But this is going to be where I call it for the night, because that is a nice little kind of, wasn't planned, but I figure since I did since I did two streams of Pantheon, wanted to get at least one Lotro stream in so that the directory doesn't completely forget I exist. ESO is definitely one of those things where it's not for everybody, you know. I love it, but I fully recognize that, you know, kind of the stuff like Guild Wars 2 or other games like that, they're kind of love-hate games, and I do fully get that. So let's see who's on and doing stuff. Poteen, you streaming tonight? Or is it one of your nights off? Because if you're about to go live, okay. I didn't want to raid out to somebody else if you were just about to go live, you know? So let's see. Oh, hey, we've got... Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw out to Hot Kittens, because they are still going hard on Pantheon, and they're honestly kind of hilarious. So go say hi for me.